Hello everyone, Dean Wiley doing a quick, probably not quick enough to be a short video today for people dealing with the Private Protective Services Board here in North Carolina. It became a thing recently that the board still doesn't want anybody to do anything electronically. They want you to print everything and handwrite it and scan it and all this other stuff. In particular, there's one form that they never get the original of. It always has to be scanned and uploaded. It's called an affidavit and public notice statement. So this is just a quick how-to to get that done using a Windows 11 computer with the built-in Microsoft Edge browser. The first thing you got to do is, if you don't know what the Private Protective Services Board, PPSB, is, you probably don't need to be watching this video. But if you do anything with them in private security or private investigations or private anything in North Carolina, you'll learn what the NC PPSB is. So you got to find the thing. Type in your favorite search, NCPPSB. There it is, Private Protective Services Board at the NCDPS. Scroll their homepage and look for documents and forms. Middle block. Partway down the page. Once you get to their list, scroll your list, look for, I believe it's called PPS Registration Application, Affidavit, and Public Notice Statement. Follow the click through. Here you get the form. This is still just floating around here in Edge. So next thing I'm going to do is right click it. Never mind. I'm just going to click the disk. Go into my downloads. Save it. Then I'm going to open the file. Now it's coming from my downloads. If you try to sign this thing electronically, it lets you draw on it and it just disappears using the built-in draw tool. Note that they have a fillable form where you could type stuff in here. So using Adobe's and Microsoft's conglomerate fillable PDF forms, you can complete some of this stuff the way the board laid it out. But then you still have to print it out of a printer, wet ink sign it, and scan it. And it's just one more thing that the North Carolina government refuses to acknowledge 1996's Electronic Signatures Act. So the first thing you want to do when you have an open blank version is either click your printer icon or do Control P to print. Microsoft built-in print to PDF comes up. I always change the color mode to black and white, because if I printed it out of my laser printer, it turns into black and white anyway. So I print it, click the same name, and add the word in all caps flat to it. That's another computer nerd. A locked PDF that cannot be filled or edited anymore is called a flat PDF. So then I have to go over, I don't care about, to downloads. Find the flat one, open with Microsoft Edge. So here's the black and white flat one. Now I can take my draw tool, turn it black, sign it, get my little T for text tool, type what used to be fillable stuff. I want the font bigger, and I want the color black. And then just move it wherever you want it. If you think it's not big enough, make the font bigger. Then we gotta type a date on it. June 19th. Happy Juneteenth, everybody. Unless you're not a happy holidays type of person, then please acknowledge that it is Juneteenth. Okay, now that I've done this, don't do your disk. You'll overwrite your flat one. Do your disk with a little pencil that does save as. Click your flat one. Add the word filled. Save again. Now it has saved on it my signature and today's date. Now you do Control P again. Print it. I always name my files funny. Which 0619 PPS F and public notice D Wiley scan. Now if I go back to downloads, find my scanned one and open it, there it is, ready to upload in Permitium. Which, if you don't know what Permitium is and you don't know what Private Protective Services Board are, you don't need to be knowing this. If you're just a working security officer and you leave everything up to your boss and you have to go all the way to wherever headquarters is to sign this piece of paper because they can't figure out how to do this, which is why I'm making this how-to video so that everyone can do it electronically, then that's up to you. If you don't want to, send a link to this video to your boss and make it easier on them. If you are a boss or somebody that works for a licensee or boss and has to deal with this and tired of herding the cats of getting your people to sign it and then getting your office staff to scan it and upload it into the right place, and then you're going to try to use the excuse that you don't have a Microsoft Windows 11 computer so you can't possibly do that, then you shouldn't be a license holder and running a security business in North Carolina. You can get a perfectly good Windows Home 11 version computer at any of the big box stores for less than $150. They even have ones cheaper than that, but the screens are tiny. If you're investing in a private security contract business and you can't invest $150 for a computer to run your business, get out of the business. And that's all there is to it. Flattening out a file, filling out a file, and then PDF printing it as scanned, because now if I try to click the tools and go back and edit or the eraser, it won't do it. If I go to the one where I put filled and then saved, Sorry, I forgot to resize my file explorer. And say I had typoed my name, or I don't like that signature, I can simply erase it. Get my black drawing pen again, and with my mouse, right, my new better signature. Save it. And then Control P, print it. Help print. Overwrite the scan file. Back to scanned, open. There it is with the new, better looking signature. And I'm good to go. I have to submit this soon for my renewal, and maybe to another security company. And daggone it, the air conditioner came back on. Sorry if there's noise at the end of this video. Because of that, I'm going to reopen the log. 1744. AC. Back on. End video. Thanks for watching.